What is up, everybody? My name is Hello. Welcome back to the channel. We're solving Codeforces problems in Python. In today's episode, we're solving problem 2241b. And this problem is called good times, good times. An integer n is said to be good if it contains at most two distinct digits in its decimal representation. For example, the integers 3, 8, 5, 8, 8, 6, 7 are good, whereas the integers 1, 2, 3, 9, 4, 4, 7 are not. What are they saying? An integer is said to be a good integer if it only has two distinct numbers, digits. Okay. So something like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 is good, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is not good. Okay. It should only have two unique distinct numbers, not more than that. You're given an integer x, and x value is from 1 to 10 power 8. This is important, 10 power 8, which is good. Your task is to find an integer y, 2 to 10 power 9. This is also very important, such that both of the following conditions are satisfied. Y is good, x into y is good. So what does that mean? Y's value should only contain two decimal digits at most, distinct digits. And x into y should also contain two decimal distinct digits. Okay. The input contains t, which is the number of test cases, followed by x, and then for each x you're going to go ahead and print the value of y such that y is good and x into y is good as well. It's a very interesting problem, and something that why I told this is very important is the constraint itself. Generally, when you're trying to solve these problems, what will we do? We'll try to put some loop to find out whether it's distinct or not. But you can see that the value of x is 10 power 8, and there are 10 power 4 test cases. So if you multiply both of this, it is 10 power 12. So obviously looping through is something that is not allowed because the time limit will get exceeded. We are looking for a mathematical solution, and that is why this is a good clue. Let's go ahead and work this out on the whiteboard and see how to solve this problem. Okay. All right. We're here in the whiteboard. Let us try to work out what this problem is asking us of, right? So it's telling x is good, which means x only has two decimal unique distinct digits, right? So if these are the input, right? So 299 is a good input, right? 6767 is a good input. 73 is also a good input because all of them only have two distinct digits. And the question also tells that it's at most, doesn't have to always have only two. It can always have one as well, right? So that is also good only, right? So the answer is we need to convert this 2929, right? Based on this, we need to find out some mathematical value such that this 299 into our x value is going to be good, and x is also going to be good. Okay, so when you're trying to break this down, right, here the output is very interesting because 299, they're saying 26 is the answer. There are multiple answers, by the way. And for 6767, it's 3366. Generally, in questions like this, don't look at the output and try to solve the input, okay? They will always give the output like this to confuse you. The answer is going to be very, very generic only because it is mathematical, and we know there is no looping. So this answer will actually not be like this. It'll be very generic, and you'll be able to spot the pattern. If the actual answer was given, this is just a random output for us, not random. It's still true, but they're kind of looping and putting it just to twist our heads, okay? So let us work together with this 299. Okay, what I need to bring this to some number which is also good, right? So this is going to be 299 into x, right? What can those numbers be in general? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take the calculator because it's always good to work in the calculator for these things, right? So I'm going to take 299, and let us say I multiply this by 11. Okay, this is not good. 299, I'm going to multiply this by 10. It's again 2990. That is also not good, right? Okay, how else can I do this? 299 into 101 maybe. Okay, that is also not good. Okay, let us stop with the calculator. Let us get back to right here. Okay, intuitively tell me 299. I put 299 again. Will this be divisible by some number? By this? Why do I say that? Well, I know that 299 0 is what I get when I do it by 10. 0 0 is what I get when I do it by 100. And then 0 0 0 is what I get when I do the multiplication of 299 into 1000, right? If I add 299 to this, I'm going to get the answer 299, 299. So in this case, if I multiply 299 into 1001, I will get 299, 299. Right? Can I apply this to any number imaginable? You can, let me go ahead and give you another example. 6767. Okay. Can I do 6767, 6767? Is this possible? Well, it is. I'll show you how. 6767, right? 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 plus 6767 gives me 6767, 6767. Right? So I'm saying this is a good number. And this I'm able to get by multiplying some value to my original number 6767. And this applies to any number, right? So what am I telling here? Let us try to divide this also and see. 6767, 6767 divided by 6767. Get 10,001. 10,001. We know that the answer for this one is going to be 1001. Okay. Right? And let us take another example as well. And maybe let's take something very simple this time. Okay, I'm going to take something like 81. Right? So from 81, I need to get 81, 81. So I get 810 and then I get 8,100. Add that to 81 and I get 8,181. Right? So here what am I doing? I am adding 101. Right? Okay, now I can make some good solutioning. Okay, now when it's 81, the answer was 101, correct? When it was 299, the answer was 1001. When it was 6767, the answer was 10,001. What does this tell us? This is the most important part of this solution. Okay, this is where we generalize the answer, because here I can just put this as 100 plus 1 or 10 power 2 plus 1. Here I can do the same 10 power 3 plus 1. And here I can say 10 power 4 plus 1. What is 2 here? The length of this value. 3 is the number of digits. 4 is also the length or the number of digits. So how do I make this answer? The answer is nothing but the 10 power number of digits plus 1. And this will give me a consistent answer every single time. And that is how you solve this problem. It is not analyzing this output and trying to get the input from there, because we know that the conditions or the constraints don't allow for it. From there, let us try to see something and try to solve for that. Okay. And one thing that once I solved this, I read through the question again, and it's called good times, good times. So there is a clue right here only, where you repeat the same number and try to find out what has made that repeat. This, they have given a clue, but we are not able to understand until we are able to understand the answer itself. So if you're able to understand this, try to solve this for yourself, as always. If not, let's go ahead and see what this looks like in code. Okay. All right. Very simple code, right? So t is equal to int of input, which will be the number of test cases, right? And then I'm going to do for in range of t, right? Let us take an input. So input is going to be n is equal to int of input, right? Right. And then what do we need? Well, actually, instead of int of input, I'm going to take just n as input. Why? Well, because then we can do something as len of n to get the length of n, right, directly. That is what I'm going to do, because this number doesn't really matter. What matters is the number of digits in this particular number. So print 10 power len of n, right, plus 1. Let us go ahead and put this into brackets as well so that it's properly handled. Okay. And here obviously it says failed because this expected output is not the same, but you can see that you get 101, 1001 and 10,001, which is what we calculated for. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this to show you that this is the answer. Right, so this was 2241B, right? So let us submit. And you can see the solution has been accepted. Total line of code 1, 2, 3 and 4 only, but the amount of thinking is 10 minutes worth. I hope this video helped you. If it did, hit that like button. Obviously, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Very simple. I hope this helped you. I'll see you in another video. If you have any alternate approaches as well, let us know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.